It is 11 p.m. You are not truly hungry, but somehow you are still awake, caught in the blue light, waiting for a signal you cannot name. Your feet move across the cold floor without a thought. You think you are in control, but a stranger is pulling the strings from the deep past. You reach for the handle, a simple act in a modern world. Yet this is a ritual, a desperate search for life that began 3 million years ago. The door opens, revealing a treasure trove of light and cold. This artificial sun shines on leftovers and sauces, but your mind sees something far older. You scan the shelves, looking for a quick fix. You believe you are choosing a snack, but you are actually hunting for survival in a safe world. Your pupils expand, capturing every detail of the food. Within you, an ancient engine begins to roar, drowning out the logic of your modern mind today. Behind those modern eyes lies a predator. No, not a predator. A scavenger, hiding in the tall grass, waiting for the giants to finish their bloody meal. The man who stands here is a god in a kitchen, but the ghost who drives him is a starving creature who died 3 million years ago. Welcome to the cradle of your hunger, a world of dust and bone where every calorie was a miracle and every shadow held a lethal, sharp-toothed threat. Our ancestors were not the kings of the plains. They were the outsiders, the ones who waited for the scraps left behind by the true killers. They lived on the edge of extinction. Hunger was not a feeling. It was a constant, screaming command to find anything that could be swallowed for energy. When the meat was gone, they turned to the bones. They used stones to unlock the hidden treasure inside, a secret energy source that changed everything. Bone marrow, pure fat. This was the liquid gold of the ancient world. It provided the massive surge of energy needed to grow our complex brains. They didn't care if it was rotten. They didn't care if it was ugly. To them, fat was survival. To them, eating meant living one more day. Even the maggots were a sign of life. In a world of scarcity, the luxury of choice did not exist. Only the drive to consume remained. Look closely at your midnight snack. Your brain cannot tell the difference between this processed fat and the bone marrow that saved your ancestors' lives. For millions of years, the night was a time of cold and starvation. The fear of waking up empty was hardwired into every fiber of our being. That fear created a drive to eat every drop of fat you find, because tomorrow the savannah might be empty and the hunt might fail. You are the end result of a 3 million year long success story. You are the scavenger who survived, and now you have a refrigerator full of gold. You have the brain of a god, a masterpiece of biological engineering. It can calculate the trajectory of stars and compose symphonies of heartbreaking beauty. But deep in its basement lies the hypothalamus. This is the ancient command center, a lizard brain that hasn't updated its software in millions of long years. When night falls, this ancient center activates survival mode. It doesn't know you have a grocery store. It thinks you are still in the Ice Age. Your brain is cross-wired. The logic of the modern world is a thin layer over a vast, dark ocean of primitive instincts that never truly sleep. To your ancient brain, a donut is not a treat. It is a miracle. It is more energy than your ancestors could find in a whole month. When you eat sugar, your brain releases a flood of dopamine. It is a reward for not dying. It is the sound of survival shouting, "Yes!" In this moment, the philosopher in you is silenced. The scientist is gone. There is only the scavenger, staring at the high-calorie prize before him. Every crack of a can, every crinkle of a wrapper is a signal to your prehistoric passenger that the famine has finally come to an end. We are being hacked by our own biology. The systems designed to keep us alive in a world of lack are now killing us in abundance. You are not eating because you need fuel. You are eating because the ghost in your head is terrified that there will be no food tomorrow. The program is old. It is glitching. It is shouting for survival in a world where the only real danger is having too much of everything. The contrast is staggering. We evolved to survive on tough roots and bitter berries, yet we find ourselves surrounded by oceans of melted cheese. We sit in comfort that a king would envy, yet we feel the same primal anxiety of a hunter who has lost his trail in the snow. Evolution takes millions of years, but we changed our world in just a few centuries. We are primitive souls trapped in a high-tech, neon-lit cage. We dress it up with spices and fancy names, but that steak is just the same protein our ancestors fought hyenas for in the mud. The biology is the same. The urge is the same. The only thing that has changed is how easy it is for us to get it. Our cities are designed to exploit this ancient weakness. They are colorful traps for the scavenger that still lives inside every one of us tonight. Your body wants to store every gram of fat, preparing for a winter that will never come, for a famine that will never arrive here. We are consuming the world to satisfy a ghost. We eat until we are sick, driven by a fear that was once very, very real. This is not a lack of willpower. It is a biological battle. You are fighting against 3 million years of successful, desperate, and bloody evolution. He didn't have the choice to stop. If he didn't eat everything he found, he died. That intensity is what you feel at midnight now. The clock ticks, and the scavenger screams. It tells you that you are weak, that you are empty, that you must feed to survive tonight. To your brain, an empty shelf is a death sentence. It is the end of the line. It is the silence of a cold, empty savanna. But you are not on the savanna. You are safe. You are warm. And you are standing at the most important crossroads of your day. Every time you open this door, you open a portal through time. You are staring into the eyes of the one who made you possible. He is not your enemy. He is your protector. But his job is over. He has carried you across the millennia to this moment of peace. What if you said no? What if you told the scavenger that the hunt is over? What if you realized that you finally have enough? In that moment of refusal, you reclaim your divinity. You use the brain of the god to calm the heart of the ancient, starving beast. Look back through the centuries. See the millions of hands that reached for food, so that your hand could reach for this handle tonight. They fought for every bite. They dreamed of a world where food was as common as air. They dreamed of the kitchen you are in. You are the answer to their prayers. You are the miracle of the lineage. You don't need to hoard anymore. You are already whole. The scavenger is tired. He has been running for 3 million years. He is ready to rest if you will only let him go now. The survival program doesn't have an off switch, but it has a master. And that master is the consciousness that is currently watching this screen. You can be the first in your line to not be a slave to the hunt. You can choose to be full without eating a thing. The hunger is just a memory, echoes of a past that no longer exists. It is time to let the memory fade into the night. Close the door. Close the portal. Let the scavenger sleep. He has earned his rest, and so have you, in this modern, peaceful world. The night is not a threat anymore. The darkness is just a blanket. You are safe, you are fed, and you are deeply, truly loved. Look at the world we built. 1 million lights, 1 billion stories, all born from the hunger of those who came before us long ago. From here, there is no hunger. There is only a fragile, beautiful blue marble, a home for gods who once had to eat bones to survive. You are the dream of your ancestors. You are their victory. Every moment you spend in peace is a tribute to their ancient, bloody struggle. Go to sleep. The hunt is over. The gods are satisfied. You have survived the long night, and tomorrow the sun will rise for you.